Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island All-Stars Season 2, Episode 30.
We are near the end. Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. You ready, Blair?
Yes.
Let's go.
So the couples at risk of going home are Harriet and Ronnie, Catherine and Omar, Elma and Sammy. So we are going to jump right into dumping day.
Okay.
Olivia makes the comment that she would have swapped a couple from what she's seen. She brings up a text that Grace sent saying that she would do whatever she can to win the show.
Ooh.
Grace is saying that is not true. That's not her character. Harriet tells her, you made it up just like when you said Ronnie wanted you. So she decides to dump Harriet and Ronnie. Apparently, she also photoshopped herself on top of Harriet's body. Olivia says that Ronnie told me y'all were a PR stunt.
First of all, Harriet, she was talking to Grace and Luca,
yes.
right? Number two, I really don't understand why Olivia is choosing to try to sabotage it, but I like it because at the end of the day, I do think the fix is in. I think if Ekin and Curtis win, it is producer base. I think if Luca and Grace win, it is producer base and things of that nature. So, can I believe that Grace said that? Maybe. Maybe. Like, truth be told, I think it's 50-50.
For me, I don't believe it. From what I've seen of Grace, I don't see her doing something like that.
Yeah.
So I would be surprised to learn if she actually sent a text like that.
Yeah.
Ron's vote is for Elma and Sammy because there was a lot of unnecessary conflict in the villa. Sammy voted also off of compatibility and who had the most problems. So her vote was for Harriet and Ronnie.
Okay.
Montel voted for someone who had arguments and kind of a toxic relationship, and that was Harriet and Ronnie. Montel apologizes, and Ronnie says it's a BS vote.
It is BS, but at the end of the day, these are the options I have to choose from. What arguments did Elma and Sammy have towards each other?
None.
Which arguments did Catherine and Omar have towards each other?
None.
Even if Ronnie and Harriet had one argument, that is more than the arguments that is based on the other couples, like from the other couples. So it's like, hey, I can see why they are giving like a cop-out vote, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not voting for Omar because they pretty good. You get what I'm saying? Elma and Sammy, I can understand why people would vote for them. Me personally, I would vote for Elma and Sammy because I don't believe Sammy one bit. Not one bit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, my thoughts are like with Harriet and Ronnie. I think that people, at least the dumped islanders, they don't want to get behind an on again, off again situation because they really never were official. Even in the villa, she didn't want to make things official.
Yeah.
So it just comes across as we don't really know how serious y'all are. Y'all didn't work out on the outside. So I can understand why they want to give somebody fresh a new chance. So India says that she thinks all the couples are great. She's voting off of the age difference. That's Elma and Sammy.
Okay.
Marcel is happy to see Gabby happy with Casey, and his vote is for Elma and Sammy.
Nice.
Naz says that Harriet and Ronnie are smashing it. Catherine and Omar are doing well. So his vote went to Elma and Sammy.
Okay.
Danielle had to vote for someone who tried and failed on the outside before. So her vote was for Harriet and Ronnie.
Nice.
Harriet, of course, thinks it's a cop-out. She said, you said Ronnie changed. You told me to give him a second chance, both you and Sammy. Sammy felt like she had to vote for them as a couple because of their arguments, and the other people really didn't argue.
My thing is, do I really remember? I'm trying to think. Do I remember any of the major Ronnie and Harriet arguments?
I don't, but I think that just around the villa, they bicker a lot. And I can see that coming from Harriet because it seems like Harriet always finds an issue with something.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, Harriet is mad at them basically giving out cop-out votes, but really you're the reason for a lot of the cop-out votes and things like that. Even if you're not arguing with Ronnie, you're argumentative.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so they don't believe you. And truth be told, I think when you came into the villa basically saying that I'm not here for Ronnie, I think people be like, then what are you here for? Like I think they can get behind you being there for Ronnie and things of that nature. And I think the audience would have got behind you being there for Ronnie initially. But you over there coming in and talk about I'm not really closed off, but whole time you hanging around Ronnie the whole time. It gave off as if like you're not being honest of like, yeah, I really came here for a chance of love with somebody else, but not Ronnie. It's like, nah, it's okay. But look, on the bright side, it's a win-win situation. It's rather you win in the sense of you don't get voted off, or you win and you got Ronnie.
Yeah.
You got the love of your life. So why are you mad?
Yeah, either way, you're winning in love. But the smallest part of me can understand that these people were encouraging her to give Ronnie a second chance. And now here she is in front of them, and they're kind of telling her, well, because you got with Ronnie, there's really no hope for you.
Yeah, that's true.
So Tug's vote is for Harriet and Ronnie. Harriet starts crying. She didn't come in here for Ronnie originally.
Mm-hmm. That's a lie.
Kaz then says that she is going by what she has seen and by the people's like past relationships. Yeah. She doesn't think that Sammy is the right guy for Elma. She didn't like how Sammy was defensive when it came to the Ekin and Curtis situation. So she also tells Grace not to trust Luca fully. Luca talked a lot about Sammy before Grace came into the villa, and even when Grace was there. And Grace is like, he's talked to me about that. I know all about that. Yeah. Kaz says that Luca wasn't being true to himself when it came to the Sammy situation. Sammy said that she fancied him. Luca did say it back. And Harriet says, well, you didn't say all that when you were in here. A lot of the things were out of Sammy's control. She didn't try to steal anyone's man. Luca says that he had better connection with Grace. He fancies Sammy, but he also fancies Megan Fox. So it's just kind of like, Grace is my girl. I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah. So her vote was for Elma and Sammy.
Yes.
And I was like, Cass, sit down. Like what? Like you said Sammy and Elma, and then you said, and I also want to say another thing too. And then you want to talk about Luca. Luca's not up for elimination.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I don't know why, but Cass just came off as, I don't want to say as a pick-me, but she had a problem with Casey based off of something that's not her personal experience. Exactly. She has a problem with Luca based off of something that's not her personal experience. It's like, maybe if you would have focused more on yourself and not getting involved in other people's stuff, kissing other people's man and things of that nature, you probably would have been one of the finalists. Because I like Cash. You get what I'm saying? But this part of Cash, where you're trying to sabotage to try to be a voice of reason, and then when you actually took the floor to say something, you didn't really say anything. It's like sit down and go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do feel like people were just scratching for their last 5 minutes of fame. I definitely feel like Kaz and Olivia were just trying to throw anything out there to stand out. Tina took her forever to get it out, boy.
I'm about to say.
But she voted Harriet and Ronnie, so the dumped couple is Harriet and Ronnie.
Man, Scott said, I ain't coming back. Scott said, don't call me. I ain't coming back, because technically I did not get dumped. I left. Okay, guess what? Ron left too. Yeah. Okay, so like Scott, you could have came back, but I'm guessing he didn't want to see Tina.
He don't want to see none of these people.
No, he don't.
So Maya meets with Harriet and Ronnie for their exit interview. Yeah. Harriet was shocked by some of the votes. We talked a little bit about their time in the villa, and Ronnie says that he is a changed man and he feels like he's won. Okay. She didn't want to have the boyfriend-girlfriend conversation because that's something that she wants to have for themselves in private.
That's just a cop-out, in my opinion, because my thing is, what's the point of coming on Love Island? No, literally, what's the point of coming on Love Island? Don't tell them. First of all, the fact that everyone is coming on Love Island, this popular show in the UK, to find love, lets me know that all of y'all want some type of clout. Number two, Harriet, this is not your first time on Love Island. Matter of fact, this is Love Island All-Star, so you wanted to find love in public. So why are you trying to make it a private conversation now? Yeah. Especially since it's with Ronnie. We know who Ronnie is. So it makes no sense. You wanted the benefits of winning Love Island because you know this is a benefit to winning Love Island, to where you may get brands, sponsorships, you get a little celebrity, reality TV show celebrity and things of that nature. But now, instead of being a Love Island celebrity, now y'all have to be a regular couple. And y'all don't want to do that.
Well, Harriet doesn't.
Yeah.
Luca is.
I don't believe Ronnie don't want to do it either. To be honest. No.
Okay. So Luca knows that Grace wouldn't have sent that text, and he feels like Olivia is just talking. Okay. It's nighttime. Casey and Gabby chat. It was shocking what Olivia said, but Casey doesn't think that Olivia would stand up there and lie. True. I can believe it. Gabby appreciated how sweet Marcel was.
This is our winners, to be honest. If anybody else wins outside of Casey and Gabby, I will come in here and say it was a fix. Unless it's Catherine and Omar. Right. You get what I'm saying? But Ekin and Curtis, no.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Not in the least a bit. That is completely a script if Ekin and Curtis win. And number two, if Luca and Grace win, that is also another script because he's basically like the golden boy.
I think it's between Grace and Luca and Gabby and Casey as the winners. Grace and Luca chat, and Olivia's comment took her by surprise. She loved that Luca hasn't questioned her, and Luca says it really didn't rattle him.
Yeah.
Ekin and Curtis chat. Ekin thinks that Luca is into Grace more than she's into him. She hasn't seen the text message, but she doesn't think Olivia would lie. Curtis says, well, one of them is lying. Curtis thinks that Harriet and Ronnie do love each other, but Harriet does deserve to be treated like a princess, but Ronnie also deserves to be treated like a king.
Basically saying like it's a one-sided relationship.
Pretty much. They talk about how they have had so many ups and downs in this experience, but Ekin thinks that they're a good pair. I will say, and this could definitely be me reaching, I think Ekin is playing to the audience. I think she didn't want Curtis talking about their ups and downs and bringing up old situations. I think she wants things to look like everything is smoothed over. We're good. We're a great pair. Where she say she was a pear and he was a banana or something,
an apple,
so I'm like,
Ekin
is trying to keep all the downs on the down low.
Yeah.
Okay, like she's trying to win y'all over. Catherine and Omar, Sammy and Elma talk. Sammy was saying that Luca was stressing in the guys' room, and Catherine thinks that he should just focus on Grace. Like, you're going to hear noise from other people, and it's going to be even worse when you get on the outside.
That's fair.
Omar is very happy that he is with Catherine.
Nice. And guess what? I think y'all deserve to win.
Yeah. Elma then goes over to Curtis, and she tells Curtis, you know what, you really just got caught in the crossfire between me and Ekin. She apologizes for what she said, and she meant to say shut up, but she says she has a potty mouth. She can't promise it won't happen again, but she is sorry that she said that to him.
This is what I call damage control. Nothing changed between today and yesterday and the day before and the day before that. Nothing literally changed.
Nothing.
The only thing about it is she realized that, I almost got eliminated. And guess what? Curtis and Ekin have a high chance of winning. And it doesn't serve me to be on neither of their bad sides.
Yeah.
I thought I just had to apologize to Ekin, but I might have to apologize to Curtis too, especially since he took the high road. And now it's coming out that I am not likable.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was the top girl before, and that definitely went to her head.
Yes, and that's why I'm like, what a fall from grace. And truth be told, I'm not a fan of Elma. So it's like, it is what it is. I think she's a brat as well. And truth be told, I don't think Sammy really likes her either. I think Sammy's playing the game. He's just playing the nice guy. But who knows, Yeah,
so Casey gets a text. They've all made it to the finals, and everyone jumps in the pool.
Yeah.
So we will be here tomorrow to discuss who wins.
Who wins, Blair?
Oh, man. If I'd have to say right now, I think it's Gabby and Casey.
Oh, don't steal my answer.
I really do.
It's Gabby and Casey. If Ekin and Curtis win, it is producer base. It is a fix. If Grace and Luca wins, it's a fix because Grace should have been eliminated when Luca and Sammy got together, but apparently they did not do elimination that night. They did it the next night to where Grace was saved, and then the fix was in, right?
Okay.
So the only winners that I would accept is Gabby and Casey, because that is the only couple that literally had no problems. And any problems that they had with each other, it was conflict and resolution, and it was handled like a real couple and things of that nature, right? And number two, Omar and Catherine, right?
Yeah.
I jumped off the Catherine train because I felt like, Catherine, you're doing a little bit too much. You're talking a little bit too much. You got a story for every situation. I understand, right? But at the end of the day, y'all did not have no conflicts.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I will get behind y'all because I'm like, hey, listen, she was with Nas, and then she ended up with Omar. What a great story.
And the thing is, I would have loved to see more of Catherine's love story with Omar. I really do think that they did a disservice with not showing how Omar and Catherine's relationship is growing, because they really did have chemistry when they went on that date when Omar first came. So it would have been nice to have seen like how things have progressed. But, they gave us what they gave us.
I'm about to say, they didn't give us anything. Truth be told, I'm not going to say they had chemistry. I'm not going that far. Because at the end of the day, chemistry or not, he did choose to kiss Tina twice. That's wild.
That is true.
So, but I'm just saying, out of all the other options, I wouldn't be mad at them winning and things of that nature.
Agreed.
Anything else?
That's all I got.
Subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all tomorrow for the finale.
Yes. Bye.